Okay, very good morning, children. So one chapter already we completed, that light. Some questions I have sent already. I hope you have written it well. Okay. So next chapter we'll study from biology part, which is called nutrition in plants. That is the first chapter of your textbook. Okay. Nutrition in plants. Okay. So when you say nutrition, we have one more. I think last year you studied about some nutrients, vitamins, carbohydrates, food and all. We'll discuss that. Then we'll come to what is actually nutrients. Okay. So what is nutrient? What is a nutrient? See, suppose whatever the food you take, that contains five main substances, five main elements. One is carbohydrates, proteins, all vitamins, carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, fats. Okay, so these all are called nutrients because these all require, and we think we need minerals of some of them. We need minerals. Okay, these all are called nutrients. Okay, so in case of plants, they are able to prepare their food due to a process called photosynthesis, but animals cannot prepare their food. So for that they have to depend on completely for the plants. Okay, so these are the nutrients which are required for the growth of a body. But why we require nutrients? Okay, what are nutrients? We'll see. Okay, so these nutrients, carbohydrates, proteins, vitamin, fats and minerals are required for our body. Okay, so plants prepare their food, animals cannot prepare their food. So animals depend on plants for their food directly or indirectly. Okay, so what is the mode of nutrition? In what way they are able to prepare food or take the food inside? Okay, in plants. Okay, see, in plants actually mode of nutrition very simple. I think some of the concept have been skipped off. Concept 1.2 is not there for you. It is not there. Okay, 1.3 is not there. Both are skipped. Okay, so we are not studying this. Only we start with 1.1 and 1.4 and maybe 1.5. These are you are learning here. Okay, these are the concept you are learning here. Okay, here now what is the mode of nutrition? When you say nutrition, I told it is a mode of intake of food and utilization by the body. Taking in food by the body and utilizing it in a complete manner to all parts of the body is called nutrition. Okay, then, but why we require food? What is the need? Why we should eat food? What is the use of eating food? Simply we'll eat and we'll sit in home. No, we need food for getting energy. We need food for repairing of our damaged parts. You don't damaged parts means don't think falling down and getting damaged and all. So internally some minor tissues are damaged, so they are replenished by the help of mode of food, eating food. Okay, so there are some food which produce energy, some food which produce which repair the damaged parts, which give us strength. Okay, these all are foods are there. Okay, I told already. Carbohydrates, proteins, vitamins, minerals, and fats are the nutrients which are required for a proper growth of a body. Okay. Then coming to, I think I told, we need food for energy, we need food for growth, we need food for repair of the damaged parts. Okay, so we need food for all this. Then what is the mode of nutrition in plants? After all, with plants preparation is, I think photosynthesis is not there for you. So next directly we'll go for one more mode of nutrition called saprotrophic nutrition. I'll give one example. Okay, so before this you have to know what are
Autotrophs and what are heterotrophs. Okay. So before this, what is autotroph? Autotroph nutrition. Auto means self. Okay, means trophic means nourishment. Trophic is nourishment. Means the organisms or any living being which are able to prepare their own food by various methods is called are called heterotrophs or autotrophic nutrition. Autotrophs, they are called heterotrophs. Okay. Heterotrophs means these are the organisms which cannot prepare their food. They depend on others for their food. Okay. So in this heterotroph, or we have one separate kind of organisms which are called saprotrophs. Okay. Okay. So one mode of nutrition is one of the organisms are called saprotrophs. See, I will give one nice example. You may be knowing mushroom. So these mushrooms are available in your market also. Just see, they are like umbrella shaped structures. Okay, they are umbrella shaped structure. Okay, and these you are able to see in a wet place nearby your home also. They are growing in a dirty place where their garbage is put on the garbage also. Wet garbage if it is there, they are growing. So these are called mushrooms. But how they grow? Nobody will give food, but they still grow because they eat food from the other parts of the organisms. They eat other parts of the organisms, from other organisms, from the dead and decayed parts, they will get their food. Okay. So garbage is nothing, there the plant waste and animal waste is put there. So they are dead and decayed, decomposed organisms are there. From there they will absorb their nutrients. So these all belong to a group called fungi. Okay, I will give one more example. Pickles, you know pickles. Okay. Or you take bread. Or you take even chapati also. Okay. And any dish which is prepared in your home, see what was actually, if it is exposed to air, after some days over the pickle, or sometimes over the veg, suppose you prepare one vegetable curry inside in your home. Okay. So on that curry, after some days, after 5 or 6 days, there are small patches, white patches formed on that. So those patches are nothing, they are the fungus. Okay. So these fungus, what they will do, they will release the root. They say, one more example, next example is bread. We call bread. Okay. So here they will grow there. So here inside what happens, they have spores there, spores. They have the spores here, like the spores will be there, spores. Okay. So these are the rhizopus, like roots there. Okay. Spores. So this actually, if one is there, that will come out and divide, multiply and become more in number. That's why even bread, if it is kept closely for many days, afterwards if you remove, you see the green, first it will be green color, yellow color patch. So slowly it changes to green. After some days it changes to black color because of the formation of structures called fungi. Fungi is a type of what? Saprotroph, which will absorb food from the nutrients from the dead and decayed organisms. So saprotrophic nutrition is the absorbing of food and nutrition from the dead and decayed part of the living organism is called saprotrophic nutrition. Okay. Then there is one more type of nutrition called symbiotic. We call symbiosis. Okay. So in this symbiosis, one organism is able to prepare food, one organism cannot prepare food. Okay. There is mutually, both of them get their what? requirement or fulfillment of food by mutual understanding, mutually adjusting or exchange of food and minerals. Okay, I'll give one nice example. You know where fungi and algae. Okay, so algae is generally green in color. Okay, so fungi, this fungi cannot prepare food at all. This is a saprotroph. This cannot prepare food. Okay, but this is able to take water and minerals. It is able to take water and minerals from the dead and decayed parts. It is able to take. Okay, so its work is to help the algae to grow. Okay, but algae, what does it do? Whatever the food it prepares, because it is green in color, it is able to prepare the food. The food prepared from the algae is given to fungus. So both of them will exchange the food, and fungus will, which is having minerals, which absorb minerals from the soil, it will give to the algae, and algae which is preparing food, it will give to the fungus. So there is symbiotic relationship between the fungi and algae, and in this way they are able to lead a life. Okay, this is about symbiotic relationship. But inside the soil, soil is very important part of agriculture. Without soil, there is no agriculture, or there is nothing is possible. Even whatever the nutrients we get, whatever food we get, that is due to the soil. If soil contains more chemicals, that will completely damage. If it does not contain any nutrients, it will spoil. So soil, see, as human beings need nutrients for growth, even soil also need nutrients for the growth. Okay, the required nutrients are nothing, the waste product from the humans or plant waste, and all will convert into decayed part. They will be put in garbage. That garbage waste is put, which is only plant waste and animal waste, it is put in the field. That becomes nutrient for the plants. In this way, plants will get their food. But still they cannot fulfill the requirement, because plants need large quantity of nitrogen for its growth. But how will it get? How the nitrogen is given for the plants from the soil? Okay, so this is done by again what, there is understanding. There is mutual relationship between two parts. One is, roots very well. Roots are there. Okay, plants contain roots, and in that roots there are some bacteria. Okay, and there are some fungi also. Here there is some fungus. Where inside of the soil there is some fungus. Okay, so when the plants grow, this fungus and bacteria, they will mutually, they are, I told, symbiotic. They both are symbiotic. Whatever the food is prepared, so this actually these bacteria will lead life inside the roots of the soil. That is why we call this actually called rhizobacterium bacteria. Rhizobacterium bacteria. Okay, so this bacteria will take nitrogen from the soil. Whatever the nutrients are there in the soil, whatever the nutrients are required for, mainly because I told nitrogen is required for the growth of the plant. Highest percentage of nitrogen is in the air is nitrogen only, but directly soluble nitrogen is not available in the earth. Air. The whatever nitrogen in the gas, that cannot be used by the plants. So what does this plants will do? What happens here? The plants require soluble nitrogen, means which is mixed with soil. Okay, that is all done by bacteria. There are different bacteria. One bacteria is there, it will take nitrogen from the gaseous nitrogen, convert into nitrate. Okay, and again inside in the soil there are some other bacteria. They will convert into other form of nitrogen. Again other form nitrogen. So afterwards, this all nitrogen is absorbed by the bacteria, and that is sent to the all parts of the body. So in this way, there is mutual understanding between the fungus and bacteria present in the soil, so that they are fulfilling their needs of requirements of food, and in this way both are adjusting themselves, and they are able to get their proper quantity of food. Okay, So this is about rhizobium bacteria. I think rhizobium bacteria. Okay. So these they cannot see. These actually see there are some plants called leguminous plants, especially leguminous plants. So leguminous plants include especially pulses. You know pulses. I think you eaten pulses. All your red gram, green gram, bengal gram, all pulses, dal and all will come under leguminous plants. Means the nitrogen required for the leguminous plants is large. Requirement of nitrogen for the growth of the leguminous plants is large. So who will supply them? Who will supply? Rhizobium bacteria. It will absorb from the soil, and what happens when this bacteria die? It will decay. It will decay itself, and afterwards through the roots again that rhizobium bacteria will give nitrogen to the plants in the form of soluble nitrogen, because it will absorb the water minerals in the form of from the soil, and it will supply to the all parts of the plant. So leguminous plants mainly have rhizobium bacteria in the root. Actually called generally root nodules. We call root nodules, because we say root nodules will be like this. These are roots. Okay. Nodules like this. Here, there, here. Like, and these structures are called nodules, where we can find what bacteria present in them. It will help to supply nitrogen, because it will take nitrogen from the soil by the help of fungus, and from that it will give to the all parts of the body. In this way, there is exchange of nitrogen and other things, and the whole plant or whole human beings get their food requirement fulfilled. Okay. Chapter is very simple, very small one. So this is your only one chapter. Remaining things I will give question and answer later. Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.